I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Oh Lord, oh Lord. Well, you told me you were drowning, I will not lend a hand. I've seen your face before, my friend, but I don't know if you know who I am. I was there and I saw what you did. I saw it with my own two eyes. So you could wipe out that grin. I know where you've been. It's all been a pack of lies. And I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, well I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, well I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
This is so weird.
I remember, don't worry. How could I ever forget? It's the first time, the last time we ever met. But I know the reason why you keep me silent now. Look here for me, the hurt doesn't show. But the pain still grows, some stranger to you and me. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, but I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, I can feel it in the air tonight. Oh Lord. Lord, but I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Lord, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Lord, but I've been waiting for this moment for all my life.
Oh, goodness. Hey, good evening, y'all. Hey, we already got folks in the chat room. What's up? Let me see who we got up in here tonight. Hold on. Let me hop on camera. Y'all, I'm in my PJs, okay? So please forgive me. Hi. What's up? Juicy Red, Deslunic, hey. And Tina Crystal and Neurolay. And we got a Curtond one, whatever, however you pronounce that. I'm sorry. Well, I can't be here that long, y'all, because I gotta go and do some other stuff tonight. But I wanted to come and wish you guys a happy full moon. I know that it was kind of rough today for some people. I could feel it, and then even with a couple of my clients, um, when I do a cleanse for you, I am exorcising entities and demons from your body. And I told you guys that, like, the power behind my spells and the work that I do has increased. So I actually had a client today that is definitely releasing some stuff. And it hardly ever happens. But as whatever this thing was coming out of her, it decided to attack me. And this is a long-term client. And one thing about it is that you have to keep a cool head when you're dealing with this stuff. You can't necessarily get upset. I don't ever get upset with clients that get upset with me for whatever reason that it is, whatever it is. Okay. And so I have to keep reminding myself that there are times when I do like an exorcism on somebody or a cleansing that they may come and attack me. And that it doesn't happen too often, but spirits was definitely prepared for it. And the one thing that I will tell you guys is that whatever kind of work I'm doing for you, please do your spiritual baths, please. Whenever you're feeling some type of way, especially if you're getting angry with me, because I'm only here to help. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to help you. And I've done several cleanses for this person. I've done a lot of work for this person. And, all of a sudden it was, you know, this person kind of went into attack mode with me. And I'm going to tell you that I'm a very patient person. I am. That's the one thing about me, is that I do have patience. And if you feel angry with me, the one thing that I'm going to tell you to do is take a hot bath. That's the one thing I'm going to tell you to do. That is so important. You seen my alter ego yesterday? What was it, Desluni? What was it? Thank you, Two Voices. Thank you. What was my alter ego? Tell me what it was. So today has been a little rough, but it kind of comes with the territory. And I would rather be doing this than anything else. It's not for everybody. Honestly, it isn't. And so here's the one thing, is that I am so ready to start teaching classes in witchcraft. I'm ready at this point. I actually do need an assistant because I've got so many clients and so much stuff to do. And then I have my own life, and then I have children and other stuff for the channel. So I have a lot of different, what's the word that I'm looking for? This is a really good word for what I have. But I have a lot of different stuff going on. And I can't always be there to, like, I don't want to say coddle people, because I feel like if I'm doing work for you and you get to the point where because if any of my clients get angry at me, especially when I'm doing a cleanse on you, that means that whatever entity that I am exercising off of you is upset with me and it's attacking me. So I actually had that happen for the first time ever. But like I said, this is a long term client because some of the stuff that you have on you can actually be a sort of a long term struggle. It's not something that's just going to go away overnight. Okay. Obligations. Yes, you read my mind, Robin. You must be a Robin. I'm sorry. You must be a mind reader because that's exactly the word that I was looking for. I have a lot of different obligations. And so, and I just noticed that, and like, even on the person's cleansing candle, like the wax is just stuck to the sides of the jar, which is really weird because, I mean, thick and stuck to the sides of the jar. So, and it's my job to tell somebody like, hey, you need to take a cleansing bath right now. Because whenever any of my clients, or especially during the cleanse, like I said, this is the first time. And then also another thing, guys, please don't go and work with other practitioners when you're working with me. Please don't do that. Because see, if you do that, you don't know what that other practitioner is doing. And then also, do not tell anybody. See, there's a covenant of confidentiality when it comes to the work that I'm doing for you. And this client is trusted me for a very long time, even with her children. And so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, goodness, is it another practitioner that this person is working with? Evidently it must be. And that's why we always tell y'all to not do that, because that's exactly what spirit told me. And what will happen is that you'll flip out on me. Please believe that you're not my only client. Okay. So, and that's how you can tell that somebody's kind of doing something, and it's like, because what you're going to end up doing is you're going to find out that that other practitioner that you're working with, they're going to just send you right on back to me and then you're going to have to undo even more bad karma and bad energy. So please don't do that. Please don't, because spirit will come and they will let me know. And please do not ever, oh my God. And see, I'm working her cleanse right now during the full moon. Please do not mess with me when you know that I am busy in ritual. Please do not do this. Please, ever. That's why I always give you guys the information and the tools that you need so that you can get by until I follow up with you. Because I know this client was just tripping out. I know that for a fact. Because it's only been like a couple of days, and client was like tripping out, like, why you ain't did this yet? Why you ain't? It's like, you gonna have to relax and calm down. Seriously. Okay. So I was dealing with that today along with other stuff. And it is, and it's like I told this client, it's okay. I am not angry with you. That because I'm just here to help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm getting like better and better, and I'm getting less and less sensitive to this stuff because, and luckily because guys, grounding yourself can be really, really difficult. To ground yourself is something that is a skill, and it's something that I have learned. It's taken me like 3 years to learn how to ground myself, and especially when I'm dealing with a client, because it's like, and then this is when I start to practice my patience, and I'll tell you, hey, look, you're having a bad day, you're tripping. And then client also said that they had a fever. See, a fever is your body's immune system. It's very, very common to get some kind of sickness while you're getting a cleanse, especially depending on what it is that we're cleansing. So client was like, I don't know what was going on with this client or whatever, but I wanted to come and speak about that because, you know, there's certain rules that you have to follow. You know, please don't confront me. And you know what? It's okay for you to do that. If you feel the need to vent to me, then that's fine. But I even told this client, I told this client 3 times, I said, I am in the middle of my rituals and you are bothering me. Because earlier today, I think I was doing, I did a lot of work today, obviously, because today was a really good day to do it. And just because I'm doing work for you doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing work for yourself. And one of the things that you can do if you're not feeling well or if you're feeling some type of way, take your cleansing baths. Get in the bathtub, put some salt in it, put some herbs in it, cinnamon, sage, vervain, things like that. If all you have is cinnamon, ground cinnamon, then put it in the bathtub. Because when you do stuff like that, and if my spirits decide to drop you as a client, which they won't drop this person as a client, even though this person was like really upset with me saying, oh, well, I'm just going to take my business elsewhere. No, you're not. You're not going to take your business elsewhere because you're just tripping right now. Because I'll give you a second chance. You know what I'm saying? Because the work that I do is not to be taken for granted like that. And then another thing is that you have to trust me. Uncrossing herbs. There's one, bone set is really, really good. I don't know if you guys ever heard of bone set. Pennyroyal, eucalyptus, lemongrass, um, also chili powder. Chili powder is a really, really good herb to use for unhexing and uncrossing. So there's a lot of uncrossing herbs. There's Beth root, there's bay leaf, horehound is a really good herb for that. Hey, Benny Jackson. Yeah, you're welcome. So if you're a client of mine and you're in a rage against me, obviously I'm going to be protected against that negative energy, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And what you can do to make it easier on yourself, and I'm willing to go through hell with you. That's what I do for a living. And you know what's so crazy about it is that when I started on the client's work, I kind of felt a little weird, which is something that I'm working on now, to be honest with you. It's not that I felt weird, it's just like this awareness of what I'm dealing with. So I'm going through things for you. You got to understand that I am doing something for you that somebody else, most priests in churches won't even do what I'm doing for you. They won't even do it. You know what I'm saying? So don't take that for granted. And when I tell you, when I start your cleanse, make sure that you do your cleansing baths. You have to do that because coming to me and yelling at me and raging against me, I guess is something that can happen, especially when you're doing an exorcism on somebody. But it kind of makes me look at people a little side-eyed or whatever. And then I'll say, hey, maybe you do need to go and work with somebody else. It's not no sweat off of my back. I'm not going to lose anything if you decide to walk away as a client. You know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, I will tell you this. If I am ever doing any cleanses or any uncrossings on you or any unhexes and you get mad at me, That's that demon that's coming out of you. And I experienced that today, and I was just like, wow, this has never really happened before. Never. I've never had that happen before, ever. So where somebody got upset with me, and I told her, I said, look, you are releasing something. It is a full moon. That is what is going on. And that's all that I can tell you. But don't ever take me for granted, because you may be going through some shit. Imagine what I'm going through for you. And to be honest with you, I don't charge enough. I don't. And my spirits tell me that all the time. They be like, you don't charge enough. But I do it because I want to give back. I want to be as a service to people. I'm not doing this out of greed. Technically, my cleanses should be 10 grand. Technically, I'm charging $300 for cleanses right now. In exorcism, that's very expensive. I should be charging way more than that. And it really, but then again, I have to remind myself, okay, this person is afflicted by a demonic entity right now. And especially if you tell me that you got a fever or something, and then you're demanding things from me, and then that kind of lets me know, okay, I'm gonna give this person a breather. I'm gonna give this person a couple of days, especially when you start demanding stuff. And I'm like, I don't work like that. I don't rush for nobody. Let me jump off camera real quick, y'all. I don't rush work for nobody. That is not the way that this works. Okay. And then another thing is that I am not your slave or your puppet. That's another thing. As a spiritualist, I am your spirit guide. I'm not beneath you. I am above you. Because if I weren't, would you need to come to me for work? Nope, you wouldn't have. You would have either did it yourself, or you would have went somewhere else. So when y'all come, and I think a lot of people have an issue with this, especially when it comes to me being African American. I deserve your respect. If I'm doing work for you, I deserve your respect, because I'm making sacrifices for you. Yeah, it can be dangerous. Yes, I am feeling so much better today. Thank you, Pooh Bear. What is the longest you can keep doll in bath? What are the consequences if left longer? A doll? You talking about giving a doll a bath, or are you talking about taking a bath? You put a doll in the bath? Benny Jackson, no, I am not single. No, I'm not. So So, I think that when people hire you as a practitioner, they don't realize that I don't have to do the work for you. Especially if you got a lot of bad energy, I can choose to work with somebody else. I don't have to work with you. I'm not desperate for clients. In fact, some of my clients that I take can sometimes serve as a blockage, and I have to remove those blockages. So then I have to do extra work. Okay. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about that person. That person doesn't understand. I already got done. I already did the person's ritual. So that person is totally ignorant. They have no idea how these things work. They don't know me. They don't work with me. They're just angry at me. So, right. And I'm setting up boundaries as well. You know what I'm saying? Because This, like I said, this is something that has never happened before, and it'll never happen again. Be respectful, okay? Okay, baby. Okay. Okay. How do I feel about Witch Patrol? I don't feel anything about them. I'm too busy to worry about other spiritualists on here. Way too busy. Okay. But I will tell you guys to be careful with working with more than one practitioner at the same time, because you don't know what that other practitioner's intent is. You don't. And when you come to me as a client, you take a vow of confidentiality. Do not go and tell any other practitioners that you're working with me. If you feel the need to do something like that, you need to contact me. I don't play that. If you ever fought a demon, you will understand that it's something you want to speak on for awareness. Thank you, Robin. Yes, because, and it's like I said, I'm a very patient person. I just told the client, I said, hey, you need to take you a bath. You need to chill out. You need to relax. It's not going to be any sweat off of my balls if you decide to go somewhere else. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Did you get your? Oh, here you go, baby. You cold, baby.
Yeah, like, oh.
Okay, here you go, sweetie. Okay. Go on upstairs. I'll be up there in a minute. Hold on, guys. I got to answer an email. Okay. So here's just what it is. You can trust me. When I get to feeling like I can't trust you, then there's a problem. Okay? Because you can trust me. I'm not petty. I'm not ignorant. I take my job very seriously. I take being a spiritualist very serious, very, very serious. And there's a certain amount of respect that I expect. So from this moment forward, please respect me. Give me time to follow up with you. It's literally been less than 3 days. And if you feel some type of way, just tell me, this is how I'm feeling. I'm feeling angry at you. Well, that's not you that's angry with me. That's that entity that I'm working off of you that's angry and raging against me. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's kind of my job to be patient with people. Yeah, and she's been trying to get rid of whatever this thing is. She's been trying to get rid of it for like over a year now. And I feel like it's finally breaking away from her because it's like I said, the work that I've been doing has been much stronger. I've noticed that. And see, this is something that I've been working with on the full moon. And I don't really, like I said, I have courses in witchcraft that you guys can take. And I'm not really going to talk about a lot of that stuff, a lot of the work that I do as far as empowering myself. I don't really want to do that publicly because then my enemies will take it and run. Because I believe it or not, I've trained all of my enemies. I taught them how to psychically attack me using crystals and everything. So it's a lot of stuff that I'm not just going to reveal on here like that. You have to actually pay for a course in witchcraft. And There's a lot of updated stuff that I do, but you just got to understand that you have to give me time. And then the heck? And then you also have to give me my space. Hold on, guys, because Jacob just got out the tub and I don't want him to run in here and the buff. Zybel, hi. Full moon Illuminati rituals. Yeah, they are. And it's like I told you guys, y'all gotta learn how to protect your energy. You do. You gotta learn how to do that. But you're right about that. I was afraid the Freemasons in my family would attack me harder if I buy your candles. Oh, wow. I wonder why. That's crazy. They're not going to attack you harder. I actually got to restock my soy wax though. So let's hold out on purchasing of the candles. give me like a week and I'll have my next box of wax here. I've got a little bit left, but I got to use it for spell work. Yeah, Pooh Berry can't always be done with a quick fix. And I know that I need to update some of the descriptions on the website as well. But see, that's when you're not trusting me. And that's when you're looking for something. See, that's what that entity will do. Because this client has been somebody that's long term. Now I do handle stuff in the order that it's received. But see, a lot of my clients, they come to me, they get their cleanses, they're not demanding anything, they feel the difference. Some of y'all got some stuff that's attached to y'all that's gonna really put you through some stuff. So doing a spiritual cleanse is not just all flowers and roses. It's not. Sometimes it's gonna involve you being angry. Sometimes it's gonna be involved. Sometimes you might get a fever, but that is a sign that it's working. And really the only thing that you can do is take a bath. I cannot stress enough how important it is while I am doing a cleanse for you to get in that bathtub. And see, this client is in a place where bathtubs are not very common. And I told client to go. So all of my overseas clients, purchase one of those blow up bathtubs so that you can get in there and soak. That is going to be so important. I don't care if all you have is hot water and soap and salt. Everybody has salt. If you don't have no salt in your house, you need to get some. Okay? Because I'll go through hell for any of my clients. I will, and I do. And I've been through hell for you guys. And especially being that I don't charge that much. And I'm not one of those very aggressive witches. I'm really not. I'm much more of a kinder, gentle person. Dang. Unless somebody that's not a client irritates me or pisses me off, then I can really be a bitchy witch. But other than that, I am going to tell you the instructions, and you have got to understand that what I do for you is a blessing. And you cannot look at me as if I am some kind of slave for you, because you know what? If you look at it like that, you're not in a good place, because that is not how my spirits work. We don't work with enslavement or slavery or those types of energies to where you're just like trying to snap your fingers at me. And that's not right. Hey, Rochelle, how you doing, girl? How you doing? I feel better just from $25 seed. What is that? y'all be speaking in code and stuff. What you mean $25 seed? I'm really confused. And then anyway, I don't expect for people to be perfect at all. I don't. But at any time that you get angry with me, know that that's a negative entity that is doing that. That's the negative entity that is keeping you from your happiness and your peace and your tranquility. This is the reason why I'm so successful, because when I say I'm going to do work for you, I'm going to do exactly that work that I say that I'm going to do for you. That's something that I take very seriously, because there's some practitioners that they'll try to make things worse on you. But with the cleanses, you know, a fever is a sign that something is coming out of you, especially if you've had a cleanse from me before and nothing like that has ever happened. That's actually a good sign. And so what you just need to do is take a hot bath. Okay, and it will pull a lot of those, because negative entities cause viruses. Where do you think they come from? Where do you think that death, hunger, and sickness comes from? A lot of people feel as though it's just a part of life, but in reality, you know, if you get sick, there's something inside of you that is coming out, and your body is going to let you know and react. So you have to get rest, and you have to be able to calm yourself down. Raging against me is not going to do anything for you. But like I said, I am extremely, extremely patient with people. That's one thing about it. That's how I was able to have 4 children. I had 3 children that were stair steps. Okay. When my youngest was 1, I had a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. And then my son would always, his age would turn over in the summer. But I had a set of Irish twins, basically, because I was pregnant in the same year. And they were actually both born during the same month, only different years. So I had a baby in March of 2000. Oh, Lord. I done forgot my baby's birthday. Basically, I had a child in 2003, and then another one in, no, it wasn't 2003. What the? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Wait a minute. What year is it? It's 2019. Y'all, I don't know. Look, I've been wrapped up in this full moon, okay? And I did my protection at 3 o'clock this morning. I got my protection out of the way early because I already knew it was going to be some negativity. You know what I'm saying? So when I give you instructions to do something, you need to do it. And especially if you're, and I will remind people, but sometimes, you know, you gotta take care of yourself too, because I'm handling the hard part of it. You think you going through something, you have no idea what I'm going through or what I can potentially go through or the things that I see. It's just like a police officer that has to go out there and see a bunch of death and destruction. That's what I have to see. The only difference is that I've developed somewhat of an immunity to it because I've been doing this for so long. Yeah. When I paid you that $25, I expected you to be my savior. So sorry. $25. I'm confused, Isabel. Sorry. So pretty much identifying the voice during cleanse. Yeah, man, and it's okay because I always tell people whenever you need me, I'm always here. So the client really, really needed me, and that's fine. But, you know, try to control your temper when you're dealing with me because I am not anybody's pushover and I'm not anybody's slave either. There's a certain amount of respect that you want to give to a high priestess. I don't care what you see because there's a few of my clients that watch what's going on with my life in social media. But don't get it twisted. It don't matter what I do or what kind of stuff I'm into in my personal life. At the end of the day, I'm still a high priestess. And yeah, I'm a very complicated, multi-dimensional person, absolutely. But see, you also can't judge what I'm doing with other people because that has nothing to do with you. So I think that that came from a place of judgment, and you can't do that. You can't judge me. What is the point in us even working together if you're going to be judgmental and think that you can just disrespect me just because you saw something or heard somebody talk about me or whatever? So what? That person is a lot of my enemies are idiots. These people are just empty seaters. All they do is talk, 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 but I'm the one that actually gets the results. Especially when it comes to my family, especially when it comes to my loved ones. You can't judge me and then think that I'm going to allow you to be disrespectful to me. Okay? Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, it's okay for me to tell you how you feeling, but tell me what you really feeling. You know what I'm saying? Which is that you feeling some type of way because of the type of relationship that I have, or you feeling some type of way because of what you might have heard about me in social media or whatever. That had there look, I have my own stuff that I do, and it is not up to you to judge me and think that you can disrespect me. That's just not, no, that's not what's gonna happen. I just be assuming you will. Now you got to buy more than a candle, Zabel. If you're dealing with Freemasons and if you're dealing with witches that are doing spiritual work on you. Regardless to what I'm doing in my personal life, respect me because regardless to what I do, regardless to what type of relationship that I have, regardless to whatever, when I go to my altar, them spells are going to work. And, please don't think that you're doing me in just because you decide that you don't want to see me as a practitioner anymore. Trust and believe that, I meet new clients every single day. So I'm not going to be hurting if you decide, well, I don't want to work with you anymore. Well, that's fine. In fact, don't even ever tell me that. Just go and do it. Obviously, a lot of folks have already, a lot of people that do that anyway. Because, out of this entire year, that was the first complaint that I had gotten. The first, and probably will be the only. Because I do my work and I get it done. And there's a certain amount of trust and respect that I'm going to expect from you, and, especially if you're not feeling well, don't worry about my personal life. Some of my clients, they like to pay attention to what's going on in my personal life. Those are my own personal demons that I'm dealing with. Everybody has them. that doesn't mean that the work that I do for you in any way is related at all. Please believe that I got my demons under control. Do you have yours under control? Is the question. And yeah, it is my job to banish demons off of you. That is my job. But you also got to understand that if you're angry at me for any reason, that could be that negativity leaving your body. And I was actually pretty pissed off earlier, and I kept telling this client, look, you can't bother me while I'm doing rituals and stuff. Like, that's not gonna help you. You don't know what I'm doing on a day to day. I do make custom candles, Zybel. I do make custom candles, or Zbel, however you pronounce your handle. So I can make candles for you that you can use during your rituals. But I feel like whatever questions that you have, you need to just come and get a consultation so that you'll know exactly what you need. So I go through a lot doing this, and it's getting easier and easier by the day because I've developed a resistance to it and a better understanding, because understanding is very powerful. If it's something that you're confused about, just simply having a better understanding of it tells your brain what it starts to work that issue out for you when you understand. And then you can't worry. I'm not here for you to worry. What's the point in you coming to a spiritualist if you're just constantly worried? And then also, um, even though you're working with me as a practitioner, you can still ask your spirits for protection. Today was a very powerful day. Now, I didn't get no crazy calls from any of my other clients, but you just gotta, you gotta take some responsibility for what you're doing. And it's definitely not my fault. Yeah, if you are experiencing emotions such as anger, um, you know, depression, things like that during a cleanse, those things are very normal. And that's why I always tell people, take a break, lay down, go take a nap, go take a nap, take a bath, lay down, drink you some tea. Okay, drink you some tea, drink you some warm milk and cinnamon. Is really, really good. Mix in warm milk, cinnamon, and honey, and it'll help calm you down. Because unless you're right in front of me, I can't really give you those remedies. I'm doing a lot of the work that I do for people long distance. They're in different states, they're in different countries. So if you're feeling some type of way, and first of all, do not ever think that you can disrespect me just because you see something in social media. Okay? That's really the only thing that you can do. Okay? Seriously. So just make sure that you keep the respect, especially during the work, because my spirits are going to look at that and they're going to go, wait a minute, what is this person doing? Why are they, what's going on? And and another thing is that I will do extra prayers for you. Like, that's what I do for my clients. When if any of my clients are upset with me, then I'll charge your candle and I'll charge the work for you, because I do rituals every day, daily, unless I'm resting. And to be honest with you, my spirits wanted me to rest today. They wanted me to charge myself. They didn't want me up zipping around like that. They honestly did. They wanted me to get some rest today. So it's also important for me to get rest But when it comes to the cleanses, I take care of those immediately. I don't waste time with those. You know. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. I love you guys too. So I just wanted to come and put up that boundary, um, because I honestly think that with this client, I think that the person began to judge me, and you know, just because you see other people judging me, those people are stupid and ignorant. Those people are confused. You see what I'm saying? So don't judge me, just and stop paying attention to this stuff. Stop trying to, I am the practitioner. I'll deal with my own problems. I don't need for you to you know what I'm saying? I don't need for you to do that. Yeah, we know that there are 70 million thousand people that are in social media right now that want to get at Jamila. It's because I'm an authentic high priestess. If I were not authentic, nobody would be saying anything about me. It's a very, very big deal. But I'm not worried. So why are you? My spirits keep me very well protected and happy. And I am very happy right now. Very happy. You know, feel very blessed and loved. I'm not worried about nothing like that. So therefore you're trying to judge me and you're trying to run my life. You're the client. You let me deal with my own situation. So a lot of people will say, well, why can't you just get rid of those people? That's not the point to get rid of those people. A lot of people say, well, why can't you get them to shut up? That ain't the point to get them to shut up. That's not the point. What are they saying? Are they saying anything that's the truth? Are they saying anything that is the truth? So what? So it don't matter what they saying. Hey, Belinda. So if you are a client, especially if you came from YouTube, because all of my clients don't come from YouTube, do not judge me in what I do. And don't do that, because that has nothing to do with the work that I'm able to do for you. Please believe that there are probably about 10 or 20 witches that are working together with a few of these people. They do work on me every day instead of doing work on themselves. These are people that are so confused that every single day they're throwing energy at me. All that energy is just being converted. So the moment you stop trusting me and having faith in me, that is when you're going to get confused and start doing crazy stuff and saying crazy stuff to me. And I'm very forgiving. Y'all know how forgiving I am. I am extremely forgiving. It's my job to be forgiving. It's my nature to be forgiving, because I don't see negative people. I just see negative spirits. That's all I see is spirit. I drink tea every single day. Let me go ahead and put you in timeout. We got a few trolls over here, but that's okay. Those are people that cannot control themselves. Those are people that lack self-control. Those are people that are angry. Those are people that are looking for answers, and they think that by attacking me, that's going to make their life better. And then also a lot of them are fake practitioners. A lot of them. There are practitioners on here that are so weak and are so fake that they will do smear campaigns against other practitioners. So what? Exactly, Belinda. Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. There are clients that are a bit obsessive. Again, I don't necessarily believe in mental illness. I don't necessarily believe in that. I believe that it's all spirit. I wouldn't be a practitioner if I didn't believe in that. For example, if I can heal you of anxiety, anxiety is considered a mental illness. All of a sudden you feeling panicked and think you're going to die, that's considered a mental illness. That's something that I've went through. I went through it half of my life. See what I'm saying? So, mm-hmm. Yep, Pooh Bear, my enemies, they stay subscribed to me. They don't want to let go of their demons. Them demons are ripping a hole in them. They have no happiness. They have no love in their life. You know what I'm saying? And many of you that are being gang stalked and harassed, many of you are natural witches that just need to be trained. You see what I'm saying? Many of you are just the same thing. You know, look, they can't kill me. And I had about 70 to 100 people psychically attacking me the other day because they were trying to do breakup work on me and they were trying to control me and they were trying to puppeteer me. And they were really sending a lot of negative energy to me. Did it work? No, it didn't. These so called very powerful practitioners, they had to wait until I was vulnerable, which was when I got my tattoo. They had to wait until then. And still, let me, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. Sometimes, if you have a down period or if you have a rough patch, you come out even stronger. And that's exactly what I did. And you know, the sad part about it is that many of these practitioners, instead of working with this very powerful full moon, which that's why I didn't even do a reading on it because they come and they get tips from me. I ain't even do a reading on it. If you want to know how you can work with this full moon, come to me and get a reading. Well, it's kind of too late now. But the next one that we have, you know, you got to come and get a reading for that knowledge because a lot of them got weaker. They just been weakening themselves. They've been aging and weakening themselves. And as you can see, I haven't aged a bit and they still don't see it. They'll go around in a delusion and say, oh, you look like you're 90 years old, or you look horrible, or you're ugly, or you didn't. It's like, well, I do have a mirror and I have a set of eyes that work. Yeah. Yep, you right about that. Yeah, get in them baths, man. You should be doing that anyway. When you come and get a cleanse, especially then, because you got to be able to relax yourself. Because that thing is gonna sense it. It's gonna get to fidgeting around in you, and you may have all kinds of symptoms during that time. And it's very important for you to not do things like smoke marijuana either. You can if you want to. You just got to have your mind trained to know how to deal with it, to know how to deal with what you're dealing with, you know? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I had grown men, several of them at the same time, attacking me, a woman, which is pretty sad to say the least. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And there's all sorts of downloads and energy that the spirits are giving you that you need to catch. And then a lot of people that are like that, that are in that frame of mind, they're not catching anything. Okay. And I'm not really speaking on the other witches that are on here, to be honest with you. I don't do that anymore, guys. I don't have time for it anymore. But I will tell you that there are some that are just total frauds because they tried to discredit me. They tried to use everything in their power to discredit me. They ain't stopped nothing. They can't never stop nothing. That's just the reality of it. Okay. I'm new to this realm of thought, psychic abilities, astrology, etc. What do you think is the number one misunderstanding about people who practice like you do? I really enjoy your comments on anxiety. Thank you, Bob. Let me get rid of somebody. That's another thing. Please don't undermine me. Okay, stop doing that. Stop telling me what I'm doing. Okay, the number one misunderstanding, God, that's a very heavy question. You mean as far as my misunderstanding or other people's? I think the number one thing is when people try to interfere with your spiritual journey. We have a lot of that, especially in the Black community. We have Blacks trying to enslave other Blacks. You have people trying to own people. And to be honest with you, if I decide to if I decide to be with somebody, because I've got people, literally, I've got somebody trying to feed off of my foot. I got another person trying to feed off of my kneecaps. I got another person trying to feed off my heart. I got another person trying to feed off my vagina. I got another person trying to feed off my third eye, throat chakra. I think it might be protection. Protection is probably going to be the most important thing, but then also developing your skill and making sure that you're doing that and you're doing it at the right times. That's what you have to do, because if you are a witch and you were not doing protection during this time, especially if your mother in the physical realm is not there for you. So I was actually going to come and talk about that earlier, about how many of our mothers failed us, and how that is what, if you have the protection of your mother, you can just have smooth sailing, and then it just kind of works together. Like if the mother is doing the protecting, and then you're going to be protected, and then they're going to be protected and blessed. But then again, we've got people that are under possession of very negative spirits, and they choose to be under those possessions of negative spirits. That's just like, my mother wants me to be alone for the rest of my life. Ain't going to happen. And then there's other people out there, they just, people and entities have their own little thing that they're doing. Sometimes you can't believe what they say to you, because it's not about what they say, it's about what is and what your willpower is. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You're welcome. Everybody has their own set of spirits. Everybody. Okay. Everybody has their own sets. Everybody has their own struggles. Everybody has their own spirits. Thank you, Miss Money Magnet. Which one is that, so I can go back and look at that? Y'all, the tears and stuff has been flowing, and they haven't necessarily been tears of pain, but just tears of joy, and then also releasing a lot of pain and a lot of suffering. you know. But one of the reasons why I allow my journey to be chronicled, even sometimes live, is so that I can inspire people, because there's people out there that are going through the same exact thing. Many of you have a jealous mother. Many of you have jealous cousins. Many of you have jealous sisters and brothers. And you just can't let it tear you down. Because you ever wonder why you see somebody and they just be real broke down looking and stuff? And that's the reason why, because they allowed that entity to tear them down. And right now, somebody had mentioned Illuminati rituals. You got to do your reversals. You got to do your protection. I told you guys that I do protection and reversals and banishings every day. Okay. Eventually, they'll cut it out because they'll get tired. People that want to control others that it's not meant for them to have any connection with, they're going to go through a lot of misery. You're going to have a lot of misery in your life if you're trying to control people. You are. You're going to have a lot of misery, especially if that person has no connection with you and wants nothing to do with you. So that's what all that is about. It's about control. Control. That's why we have trolls. Trolls think that they can control your mind by the things that they say. You can't let them do it, especially being on YouTube. And see, a lot of people will say things like, oh, a lot of the witches on YouTube, they not real. They not real. Yeah, they are. They real witches. It's just that they're branching out. They're expanding. We all are. We all have the right to do that. And then another thing being that I'm an indigo spirit, I don't need to steal somebody's clients. I don't care about that. That's stupid. I don't even want to work with somebody else's clients. Why would I want to do that? If 9 times out of 10, even if a witch sends a client to me, that client gonna stick with me. They're gonna dump that person, drop that person, and come over to me. Because I take care and I handle my business. Oh yeah, Miss Money Magnet, you right about that. Lilith did not want to be with Adam. That doesn't mean that she didn't want to be with Steve. Lilith just didn't want to be with Adam. She still wanted to be with Steve, though. Okay? She still wanted to be with somebody. She just didn't want to be with Adam. Oh, the Illuminati virus card. I will look that up. Thank you. There's a lot of people that they want to make you do what they want you to do. And they'll stop at nothing. And I mean, here's the whole thing about it, though. When they realized that they could no longer puppeteer me, it was over. Very angry about the fact that they can't use me as a puppet. They're very upset about that. Too bad. I've got life to live. So it's just the reality of it. And I appreciate every last one of you that are subscribers. Subscribers have nothing to do with clients. A lot of my subscribers do become clients, though. You know, I've picked up a lot of very good, loyal clients since I've got to YouTube, and I appreciate that. But I need for my clients to appreciate me and to understand what I'm willing to go through for you. there's definitely going to be apocalyptic events, but it's because people don't want to wake up. If everybody were to wake up and have and be on the same page, a lot of that stuff they wouldn't be able to do. But there's a lot of people that are just literally, um, they're just literally doing stuff in vain. And when you see me doing whatever, it's not in vain. When you see people that I'm associated with doing stuff, it's not in vain. Because there's a guy on here that has been attacking me for like the past 2 weeks, and he's supposed to be a Freemason. He's been attacking me for a couple of weeks. And there's no way I'm going to deal with that dude myself. I shouldn't have to. Even if I didn't have Archangel Michael doing helping me with that, I'd still have Archangel Michael. See what I'm saying? You also got to have confidence in witchcraft. You can't think, oh, is my spell not going to work? If you doing something that you shouldn't be doing, hell no, it ain't going to work. You trying to practice all kind of weird spells on people and trying to control people. And you know what? If you spend every single day trying to make somebody else miserable, you just going to make yourself miserable. Because we don't do that over here. Like, I will hex somebody. I'll hex them. I don't mind doing hex work. Most of the work that I do, though, has nothing to do with that. Most of the work that I do. And if you do hex work, it is very important for you to know that within 3 moon cycles, you're going to need to do a cleanse regardless. And see, I don't charge that much. There's some people that charge thousands of dollars to do the work that I do. So I go through a lot for my clients, and I just expect for you to respect me and for you to not ever rush me into doing things. If I tell you that I've done the ritual for you, I've done it. See, you got to understand that I've spent the last 20 years dealing with my ex's problems for the past 20 years. I was literally a walking shell of a woman for a man that I want nothing to do with. So right now, I'm manifesting the things that I want in my life as well. And I have every right to do that, because if I did not do that, I would not be balanced in order to do work for you. It's not my job to sit up here and just be single and sitting here, no, that would make me, that would kill me if I did that. That could potentially be very disastrous for my state of being. There's a lot of women that do that. It's not meant for me to do that. I refuse to become a walking shell. Okay, you're supposed to have balance in your life. You're supposed to have love. You're supposed to have money. You're supposed to have peace. You're supposed to have sex. No, as a high priestess, I don't agree with that. Don't no high priestess have to go without sex. Now, nobody sets those rules for me. My spirits do everything that is done. So, there's a couple of people that try to, use certain things to, and really, to be honest with you, ain't nobody really tripping off of it. I've had a lot of crazy stuff going on in social media for the past 4 or 5 months. It ain't made a bit of difference. Still have just as much work. You got to have a connection with your spirits. A lot of people don't have that. And that's why I'm their spirits. That's the reality of it. That's why they always got my name in their mouth, using my pictures, using my stuff, because, they either don't have the power or they haven't discovered their power, or either they're not allowed to use it. I got people that I've never met thinking that they have the right to control who I date and who I talk to. Tried to imprison me. That no woman deserves that. I've also spent almost the last 20 years of my life living within a generational hex. The last 20 years of my life almost living within a generational hex. Did y'all know that when my parents broke up, my mother never remarried, neither did my father? That's not good. I used to always tell them, if y'all not going to be together, y'all need to find somebody because I'm not going to be your replacement. So that's what a lot of us are dealing with. And I wouldn't be an expert on that if I hadn't went through it myself. So I know how a lot of y'all feel when you got, your mama running around tearing down all your relationships with everybody. And if somebody's willing to stay with me and fight my spirits, that person is a keeper. And I'll keep that person forever. People that are just, flimsy and just walk out on me the next day, that person is not for me. But somebody that's willing to stick by me and love me regardless, because it's very difficult to love me. It is. It's very difficult. Okay. Because, I got my mama, her brother and several other people that I'm not going to mention. And they're just all floating around. And it's all about Jamila, Jamila, Jamila. Why is that? What do y'all think that that's about? Y'all think that that's just about the sky? There's a reason for that. And I know the reason. That's why it doesn't bother me. And while I was healing from that tattoo, I could feel it. I could really feel it. And, they're cowards. That's why they're cowards. That's why they attacked me when they knew that I was healing. But then again, I'm a healer. So that's what I do. I heal spiritually, mentally, and physically. Okay. It's not my job to force everybody to respect me either. I don't. If you a client, you got to respect me. But if you somebody out here in social media, say whatever you want to say. It's jealousy. I have a lot of people that are jealous of me. And you know what they'll try to do? They'll try to change my perception of myself. Well, how the hell is that going to happen? I know who I am. But see, people that don't know who they are, either they know who they are and they don't like the person that they are, even though I was in the position that I was in 3-4 years ago, hell, I was in a better position than they were in life. And I protect my energy. I call to my power every single day. I don't allow anybody to take my energy, period. And I will stay vigilant every single day until they either give up or move on to somebody else. Okay. Or because I do banish negative entities like that. I will banish them. I will send them back as well, but I'll also banish them and just go ahead and just send them where they need to go. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I hope y'all having a happy full moon. I got to go. What time is it? Oh, it is 11:35. I gotta go, guys, because I gotta get Jacob in the bed. He's up there. Boy, Jacob has been really feeling this full moon. He has been so hyper all day because of that full moon. He has just been so freaking hyphy all day. So I'm about to get him settled down and in the bed so that I can probably watch a scary movie. I think I'm gonna go up here and watch something on Netflix. I haven't watched Netflix in a while. So, okay, I'll look that up. I'll look that up. All right. And y'all don't quit worrying so much about what could happen if you are keeping yourself safe, and if you are working with your spirits and stuff, and asking them for protection, 9 times out of 10, because a lot of those things that are done, they're just done to incite fear. That's what they use fear, and then a lot of it is even fake. So, and that's all I'm gonna say about that is, and you can't be no practitioner fearing stuff like that. You got to be fearless if you a spiritualist. You can't be scared. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there are going to be times when you're going to need to lean on somebody, and spirit will send that person to you if you need somebody to lean on. But other than that, when I'm doing the work for you, I don't have nobody that's doing these rituals with me, even though no, I don't have nobody doing these rituals with me. All the stuff that I do by myself because I'm a solitary practitioner. As y'all can see, I got my wolf totem on. I've had it on for the past couple of days. So, anyway, have a happy full moon, you guys. Put up your protection, breathe through it, take your baths, take a bath. I'm not talking about a shower. You got to sit down in the tub and soak and let all those toxins and impurities come out of your body. Okay. Epsom salt is wonderful for that because Epsom salt actually pulls impurities out of the body. Okay. That's magnesium sulfate. It's a mineral that will pull things out of your body. Okay. Well, I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to get the rest of the readings done for July for the love readings. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Also, another thing, y'all, I'll tell y'all about that later because my birthday is coming up as well. My birthday is coming up on the 23rd. So I'll come back and talk to y'all about, what my schedule is going to be surrounding my birthday. Okay, because I deserve to be able to celebrate my holidays. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I deserve a break sometime, okay? Okay. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.